Welcome to the Visa and Immigration section of the pre-departure information. I'm going to tell you a bit more about your visas, how to apply and what you can expect from the process. So there are a few different types of visas you can apply for. A short-term student visa if you're coming to join a course which is less than 6 months, which might be an English language pre-sessional course. A Tier 4 general student visa, which most of our students coming on to a university programme will need. And you can only apply for this once you've been issued with a CAS, which is the Confirmation of Acceptance to Study. If you intend to bring any family members to the UK, you may also need to apply for a Tier 4 dependent visa. Some courses and programmes in the UK require ATAS clearance. This stands for Academic Technology Approval Certificate. If your course requires ATAS clearance, this will be listed very clearly in your offer letter. The application for ATAS goes directly to the government, so please make sure that you start your application as soon as you can online so that you can gain clearance in time to apply for your visa. And clearance must be gained before you can apply for your visa. The application takes at least 20 days, but during the summertime this can actually take a little bit longer when it's very busy. The ATAS certificate will be valid for 6 months from the date that you've received it, and you need it for applying for your Tier 4 student visa. So, what documentation do you need for your visa application? Well, first and foremost, you must have a CAS, which is the Confirmation of Acceptance to Study, and these are already being issued by the university from around mid-June. You'll need to complete a visa application form and ensure you have all the supporting documents that you need. There's a great website called the UKISA website, which you can find at the end of this presentation, and that has lots of useful information about the documents that you need. When you apply for your visa, international students will need to pay an NHS surcharge. This is a payment of £150 per year of study to use the National Health Service in the UK. And you'll need to pay this when you apply for your visa. I've already mentioned ATAS clearance, so if this is required for your course, you must have that before you apply for your visa. Most students will need to provide evidence of funds, so this is evidence that you can afford to cover the first full year of study in the UK, which will include your tuition fees, which will be listed on your offer letter, and your living costs, which should be £1,015 per month. Any postgraduate students will need to pay a tuition fee deposit once you've accepted an unconditional offer. And in some countries, students are required to get a medical certificate to say that they don't have tuberculosis. Please obviously remember your passport and travel documentation, or you may find it difficult to apply for your visa. And students will also have to apply for a biometric residency permit, which I will talk about in a moment. In very, very small number of cases, a student may have their visa refused, but this is very rare. But if you have a visa refusal, or for any reason your plans change and you don't intend to take up your place at the university, please let us know immediately. If your visa is refused, we will need to look into this and potentially reissue you with a CAS. So if you have specific questions about that, the address provided here is our immigration team who can help. So the next stage is about arrival in the UK and what to look out for when you're coming through immigration. So here are some top tips to hopefully help you speedily through the immigration process and when you arrive. So have your passport ready and documents ready. Make sure you complete a landing card on the plane. Have your CAS number, course offer letter, any other details and documents with you. You may also need to have bank statements and details of where you're staying, any accommodation that you've booked ready. Make sure that you carry these documents in your hand luggage and not in the luggage hold, as if there's any delays or your suitcase goes missing for any reason, then you may have problems then. So make sure you have everything with you in your hand luggage. Please remember that you must make sure the information you provide at immigration is accurate, and make sure that you don't bring any restricted items into the UK. This might be something like endangered plants or food, alcohol, tobacco, or large sums of money. Please don't carry that with you, as you may have security problems. So once you've come through immigration and you've arrived in the university, within about 10 days of arrival, you have to collect your biometric residence permit. This is an important part of the visa process, and it completes your visa and gives you clearance to stay in the UK. So when you applied for your visa, you will have been asked to enter a code for collection of your biometric residence permit, and the university's code is 2HE237. If you did include that in your visa application, then we will let you know where you can collect your BRP from at the university. Please ensure that you bring your passport containing your temporary entry clearance visa and your decision letter when you come to pick up your BRP. If you have chosen to collect your BRP at a post office, you must go to the post office listed on your decision letter within 10 days of arriving in the UK, and you must take with you the same documentation. And finally, please, the nearest airport to Sheffield University is Manchester Airport. It's about an hour away, and this is really the quickest and the easiest arrival airport to travel on to Sheffield. And this is where the university offers an airport pickup service to collect you and your bags to your place of stay. So make sure that when you're booking your tickets, you arrive in Manchester Airport. There are some really useful web addresses and email addresses provided here. As I mentioned, the UKISA website, which has a lot of useful information on about the visa application process and the documents that you need. There's also a lot of information about the CAS process, the NHS surcharge that you need to pay, and we have a fantastic award-winning international student support team here at the university. Their details are provided here. They have a team of specialist immigration advisors, so if you have any questions, they'd be happy to help. Thank you very much, and we'll see you in Sheffield soon.